I was like, wait a minute, something's not right here. And that's the thing about studying the Word of God. We're studying the words. You have to know how they're being used in their proper context. Otherwise, you'll be led astray. Okay, in that year when Lot was taken captive, the Lord said to Abram, after Lot had parted from him in the 4th year of this week, lift up your eyes from the place where you are dwelling, northward and southward and westward and eastward. For all the land which you see, I will give to you and to your seed forever, and I will make your seed as the sand of the sea. Though a man may number the dust of the earth, yet your seed will not be numbered. Arise and walk in the length of it and the breadth of it, and see it all. For to your seed I will give it. And Abram went to Hebron and dwelt there. And in this year, Shaladomur, the king of Elam, and Amraphel, the king of Shinar, and Arioch, the king of Selasar, and Turgal, the king of nations, came and they slew the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Sodom fled, and many fell through the wounds in the valley of Siddim by the salt sea. And they took Sodom and Adam and Zeobim captive, and they took Lot captive also, the son of Abram's brother, and all his possessions. They did because he was rich. And they went to Dan, the tribe of Dan. And one who had escaped came and told Abram that his brother's son had been taken captive, and Abram armed his household servants for Abram and his seed, a tenth of the first fruits to the Lord, and the Lord ordained it as an ordinance forever that they should give it to the priests who serve before him, that they should possess it forever. So giving a tenth of your goods to the man of God, God ordained it, because how else are you going to know God's thoughts except through a preacher? How can you hear except one be sent? And how can he be sent unless God call him? And if God calls him, God will send him and prepare him to preach, because he has the Spirit of God within him, so he hears the voice of God. And a stranger's voice he's not going to tell you, because he's not a false prophet. And to this law there is no limit of days, for he has ordained it for the generations forever, that they should give to the Lord the tenth of everything, of the seed and of the wine and of the oil, of the cattle, of the sheep. So anything of value, doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could be land, buildings, cars, anything that you can give and donate to the church that we can use to bring God glory, like being able to pick people up for Bible studies so we can start having them live. Actually, I've been granted permission to go live on TikTok and all the rest of the platforms